red lights come on. Ready for race number 2 for the Formula Fords here at Winton, and a stalled car a bit further back in the grid. Everybody's missed that car, thankfully. Our 2 leaders side by side into turn number 1, but it's McElrea who swings through to take the lead. Good start for Cameron Shields. He gets up ahead of Courtney Prince and looking down on the inside of Hamish River as he's going to try and send it at turn number 3. Not quite enough space there, but he's actually made it stick because Riverance has run wide on the exit. So Shields goes through into position number 3. That's the highest he's run all weekend. And Courtney Prince has lost a couple more spots there as well because Nathan Hearn has gone through on the young, fast female.
Of course, Hearn and Shields teammates and had a great dice yesterday. It only changed positions on the last lap, didn't it?
The other one who made a very good start there was Cody Donald. He's grabbed a couple of spots on this opening lap as well. All of these cars very evenly matched as they will run the control 4-cylinder Duratec fuel injected motors, which they have run in the National Series since 2006. And Hamish Riverance wants that spot back from Cameron Shields. He looks down the inside at turn 10. Shields will have the preferred line into turn number 11. A bit of dust getting kicked up as a couple of those cars run wide, and Nathan Hearn looking at the back of Hamish Riverance as well. They'll go side by side.
And get him at 12.
And Nathan Hearn will follow through, so Cameron Shields made up a couple of spots on the opening lap, but loses them at the end of lap number 1 of 10.
So it's McElrea first across the line, McClellan just behind him in second, Riverance third, Hearn, Shields, Prince, Donald, Zutar, then it's Mazuris.
Yep.
Get it right. Jake Donaldson in 10th, who was up and down like a yo-yo yesterday, picked up places, lost them, picked them up again. Look at this battle for 4th position at the moment. Any number of cars involved in it, and it's very tight at the moment as they go through. Shields at the head of it, and then this massive freight train just behind, cars jockeying for positions.
So Shields got back ahead of Nathan Hearn at turn number 3. Then you've got Courtney Prince, followed by Cody Donald, followed by Zach Sousa, followed by Angelo Mazuris, followed by Jake Donaldson, and then back to Barton Houston, Wayward Breck, and there must be a bit of timing which I think fall off underneath because he's in there somewhere as well in the Southern Star Trophy Centre sponsored Formula Ford. So that's a huge freight train of cars here at Winton in Formula Ford. Because the straights are not particularly long and because the braking zones are so short, it can be quite difficult to overtake because you don't really get the benefit of the tow from the car in front when you get it somewhere like Field of Ireland. Zach Sousa makes a move, that's through on Cody Donald, and that's a change in position 7.
On that first lap going through towards turn 10, the jockeying for position and the change of line into the corner was exemplified by Blendline TV. And it just looked mad at that stage, and certainly nothing between our 2 front runners as they head on to the next lap. And Shields back up to 3rd position. So,
good battle going on between Angelo Mazuris and Jake Donaldson. Donaldson got down the inside of Mazuris. We've got Bart Horston, the Western Australian, having a good run as well. A bit of dust gets kicked up on the exit of turn number 4. The 2 race leaders of McElrea and McClellan have bolted.
Yeah, it was Rabidis who kicked up that bit of dust out of turn 4, but doesn't lose position in 3rd, clear of Shields, with his teammate Hearn in behind. Courtney Prince in P6, as I said, lost spots on the opening lap, and it's so hard to get them back, particularly in a category like this.
He's a bit further back, in fact, Harry Jones battling with Jackson Bird, and that's the contest for 14th and 15th position. Then the last point scoring positions, because points are awarded to the top 15 finishers in the Australian Formula Ford Championship. We also get 1 point for the pole position, which went the way of Hunter McElrea yesterday. Lee McClellan setting the fastest lap of the race for this race last time through with 126.3. Best lap that we saw yesterday was 25.9, which was also set by McClellan, and it's McElrea who responds with a 25.9 this time through.
He actually doubled the gap between him and McClellan from 0.2 of a second to 0.4 of a second. There's not much in it. And certainly as you look back down the field, there's even tighter battles going on involving multiple cars. But certainly our race pair out in front, the leading pair, are well clear of Rabidis Shields and Hearn. But still plenty going on in this encounter.
On screen at the moment, the contest for positions 5 and 6 between Nathan Hearn and Courtney Prince. Courtney Prince establishing herself as one of the rising female stars of Australian motorsport. We've seen female drivers earn themselves a reputation in this category, most notably Leanne Tander, who became the first female driver to win an Australian National Motor Racing Championship, which she won this championship 2 years ago. Back in 2016, we've seen drivers like Chelsea Angelo and also Caitlin Wood come through the Formula 4 ranks as well.
Battle on there. That's Cameron Shields we're seeing go through there, just ahead of Courtney Prince. This battle for what would be effectively position 5, I think, at this stage.
Fastest lap of the race for Hamish Ribberets that time around of 1 minute 25.6. The lap record for Formula Ford is 25.4 set by Jaden Ojeda in 2016, so they're not far away. They're only 0.2 of a second off the lap record, and the Yokohama Control tyres once again showing themselves to be very durable and very capable of punching out fast lap times, even on a hot track surface and even after a couple of races, because they only get one set of tyres for the entire weekend.
Yeah, it was Shields' teammate Hearn who Prince is following at the moment, and that seems to be the closest dice of our front runners. But early on, the line of cars was only separated by a nose cone to the rear of the gearbox, wasn't it?
Even in the mid-pack it's intense, so we've got this battle at the moment happening with Harry Jones trying to find a way past Maywood Creek. We've got Adrian Lazaro involved in that contest as well, and also Jackson Burton. Here comes Lazaro. In fact, looking down on the inside of Harry Jones, having a bit of a lock-up at turn number 10. Thankfully no contact between those two cars, and we are about to complete lap number 5, so we've reached half race distance this time around as Jones makes a bit of a mistake, runs wide at turn number 11, and that will allow Lazaro up the inside and Jackson Burton following him through. And once again, fastest lap of the race and a new lap record for Hamish Ribberets. That's our 7th lap record that we've seen this weekend. The minute 25.3 for Ribberets on lap number 5 as he continues to make up some ground on our two front runners.
He pulled in 0.6 of a second on McClellan on that lap alone, and on the wide shot you would probably see that those cars, that early lead that our two front runners had has been negated fairly quickly by Ribberets in 3rd spot. So whether he's gone out, and we got one off the road in the sweeper.
Oh, that's a big off as well.
And we'll rejoin at turn 8, so he's picked up spots. I don't know if he's allowed to do that.
No, so hopefully he hasn't gained an advantage from it, because as we discussed yesterday, the clerk of the course, Daryl McHugh, and also our Formula Ford driving standards observer, Simon McMahon, will take a pretty dim view of drivers gaining an advantage by shortcutting the racetrack.
It's a rough ride, but it can get you gains.
Ribberets has really come alive in the last couple of laps, so he's made up a lot of time on Liam McClellan. 1 minute 25.9 for Hunter McElroy, 1 minute 26.1 for Liam McClellan, and a 25.6 for Hamish Ribberets. So Ribberets
change of position behind these guys.
So Courtney Prince has got ahead of Nathan Hearn, and Zach Soutar has become a factor in that contest as well. Hearn wants that spot back from Prince, but Prince defends to the inside into turn number 3. So that's now a 3-way dice for 5th, 6th and 7th position.
She ran a little bit wide out of turn 4, and it gave Hearn a glimpse. He couldn't go on with it though, so he settled in behind again. But tight contest between these three as they head down to turn 7, and there's a 4th car joining in on this as well. That'd be Mazuris.
But yeah, looking a bit further back in the pack, Bart Austin's made good ground as well, up into the top 10 now in the fast lane racing entry. That's a good effort considering that it's the first time that they've raced here at Winton this weekend. In fact, just to get into the top 10 in this field is an achievement given how deep the talent is in National Formula 4 this year.
watching this battle for fifth continue with Hearn chasing Prince just ahead of Zutar and Mazuris.
Somebody else has run wide at turn 11 as well. It's very dry conditions here at Winton for those of you watching on the live stream. And something's happened to Liam McClellan as well out of the last couple of corners because he's fallen back behind. Oh, and we've got contacts. That's Courtney Prince and Nathan Hearn coming together at turn number 1. That battle was always going to end in tears with how hard they were racing for position, and unfortunately Courtney Prince, the one who came off the worst out of that. The point that I was going to make was that Liam McClellan lost 2 spots on that lap because Hamish Riverance is now up into second and Cameron Shields has moved up to position 3.
Yeah, chops and changes as this race progresses.
Thankfully, all of the cars that were involved in that incident at turn number 1 were able to get going again, and it doesn't look like there's been any damage to them, but that's spread the field out after what was a pretty tight contest. We back up towards turn number 7 and we see Lachlan Beneath engaged in a side-by-side battle with Bailey Breck and Adrian Lazaro in that battle as well. That is World Championship for position number 12, if you don't mind.
Well, you've got to be in the 15 to get points, so every position counts, and no wonder they're fighting it out so hard at the moment. But as we come down and we get a revised order at the end of this lap, it'll be Hannah McElray leading with Rabidis in second spot, Shields in third, then it should be McClellan fourth across the line, and then the next two are fighting it out. That would be Mazumis and Sutar. Hearn, Donald, Orson, Dalla, Manef into 11, Lazaro and Gretsch, we've just been watching that battle. Jones in 13, Donaldson back to 14, had been as high as 10, then Courtney Prince the next one through.
Yeah, I feel for Courtney Prince because she's been bundled all the way back to position number 16 as a result of that incident. We only just caught the end of it, so I'm not going to cast any aspersions about who may or may not have been at fault, but it will be something that our driving standards observer Simon McMahon and category manager Nicky Carrington will be looking at after the race, no question about that. They do have a very, very, I suppose, strict judicial process for the Australian Formula 4 Championship, and you have to say,
is this another no-touching formula as well?
Well, you don't want to be touching in a Formula 4, I'll give you that tip. But, you know, with young drivers, a lot of who are very ambitious, you do have to have strict protocols in place for safety as much as anything. You don't want people banging into each other, particularly in these types of cars where it can be disastrous if you have cars locking wheels. But Hunter McElray's got 1 lap to go, and he has been very much the class of the field this weekend. I'm curious to find out what happened to Liam McClellan as well. I would suggest that he's made a mistake somewhere because he just fell back all of a sudden, losing those 2 spots to Riverance and to Shields. Good battle on as well, so Lachlan Manif has worked his way back up to position number 10. He's got ahead of Ben Dahlia. Adrian Lazaro around the outside of Ben Dahlia at turn number 4. Oh, and contact, and that'll find Lazaro off the road and into the sand trap on the exit of turn number 4. They were battling very, very aggressively for position.
It was a game move trying to go around the outside, but
yeah, wow.
There was contact, and we've seen the rear wheel go off the ground on that car and pushed him out into the tyres.
Because that's happened on the last lap, it won't cause the safety car. That's the good news, and the car's done exactly what it's designed to do and dissipated the energy with the wheels and wishbones collapsing as they're supposed to. Here comes Hunter McElray though, pole position and 2 wins, a perfect score for him so far to kickstart the 2018 Australian Formula 4 Championship presented by Yokohama, Ferodo and Mazda Road to Indy. He is your Race 2 winner on a very warm Sunday morning here at Winton Motor Raceway.